Welcome back to another video. It's Bradford City v Carlisle match preview. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. It's going to go straight into the last 6 results for Bradford City and Carlisle. We'll start with Bradford City. Obviously, we've lost 0-0 to Wimbledon on last time out. It was a tough game, down to 10 men. Wasn't a bad point really. And then we lost to Rochdale. But when you take them 2 isolated results and then look at the next 6 games, there were big games that we needed to win. And you know, we've got to pick up with a win again today. And bounce back, because these are games we need to be getting valuable points against opposition higher above us or in and around us, otherwise we could be dropping serious points. There's still only 5 points between us and 15th, and I think we're 6 points behind third, so it's very tight at the top. And you know, if we could get a win here, could lift us up. Or get a lose here and it could take us back down. We need to get a bit of momentum going now. We felt like we could have got a bit of momentum after the 3-2 win against Salford and the 1-0 win against Harrogate. Those back-to-back home wins, felt we could, you know, push on. And then we got them 2 games without a win. And previous to that, we lost 1-0 to Saturday's opponents, Carlisle, and lost 3-0 to Leyton Orient. We've had 2 wins in 8, and we've only got 1 point from losing positions all season. And when we've gone 2-0 up or gone 2 up in the game, we've had 18 points and we haven't lost a point in doing that. So you feel definitely this season, going 2-0 up or getting the second goal and pushing on, we seem to, you know, take the game away from teams. But it's getting that second goal that's crucial. And you know, 1 point from losing positions ain't good enough. You know, we've lost a fair few from losing positions. We just sort of don't seem to have the mentality to get the just to carry on or to kick on. You know, there doesn't seem to be anyone motivating to you know, kick us up the backside and get us going. We've just signed Adam Clare, and I'm going to do a video on every Sunday now where I just talk about all the signings, the incomings and the outgoings every Sunday. So if you want to watch that, but get your reaction to that signing in the comments down below, and the other signings from this week as well. But I think, just to touch on it, I think he'll bring us that mentality. You know, it's a bit of an odd signing, but he'll give us experience, he'll give us some leadership. And you know, if we do go 1-0 down, I think having that mentality on the pitch is key. But it's just whether you drop Smallwood or if you play them together. We'll go into that in a bit. We're the 11th best home team in the league. To put best, you know, in the best thing to put, but technically speaking, we are the 11th best. And we've got 20 points from 13 from home games. So we're not the best at home, but they're one of the better away teams, so are we. But they're the 5th best away team in the league, claiming 19 points from 13. And they've had 3 wins from the last 4 games, but they've lost 2 in the last 10. So they're on a pretty decent one. Beating Newport 2-0, losing 2-1 to Doncaster, beating Crewe 3-0. Beating us 1-0, losing to Northampton 2-1, and then drawing 1-1 to Sutton. So they're coming into it, you know, on better form than us, but it's a must-win game from us. You feel that when you look at those next 6 games, you've got to be picking up some wins from somewhere, and this is one we need to get our own back on them really. You know, and try and get back-to-back wins from home against them. Look at their better players. Obviously, Christian Dennis, 14 goals, 3 assists in 24 games this season. Andy Cook still got more goals than him. Whether he should be playing or not, I don't know. Let me know your team in the comments down below. I'll let you know if he's in my starting team. And I think Hughes, you know, just disregarded the fact that there's links for him going to Wrexham and potentially moving. Said, you know, I've made some stupid decisions, but I won't sell our top goal scorer. Whether that's just to, you know, move the rumours on and just keep it a bit calmer for a few days. I don't know, but you know, I don't think he fancies Cook really, but I think it put unnecessary pressure on him if he did do something like that. And Owen Moxon's having a pretty decent season for midfield, 4 goals and 7 assists in 24. Obviously we've got our key players, we know who they are. Andy Cook if he plays, Oliver provides a presence. You know, if I had to pick our best player this season so far, it'd be Harry Lewis. But who's your best player so far this season? Into the head-to-heads, we've played 57 games against them, won 22, drawn 14 and lost 21, so pretty spread out evenly there. The first win against them was September 1928, a 4-2 loss, a 4-2 win actually, because obviously it was our first win. So my team. Let me know your team in the comments down below. I think we will, and I would probably revert to the 4-2-3-1 again. Simply because I think Hughes would like it more. With the signings we've brought in, it seems to suit that that formation more as well. He's brought Bowler in. Maybe he could stick with the diamond because he sees him as an attacking threat down the wing. But you know, I do think he'll go back to a 4-2-3-1. Whether he plays Clayton in midfield with Smallwood, I don't know. I think that'd be quite risky. Obviously, I wanted to play Songa in midfield with him, and I think that'd be pretty similar. I think Clayton's a better player on the ball, but I think it'd be a pretty similar combination in midfield. So I've gone Lewis in goal, Halliday, Platt, Critchlow, Bowler, because I think Rydell's back in training, but obviously you'd probably start your key signing with Folds going. Smallwood and Gilliard in midfield. I don't think he'll play Clayton straight away. Might bring him on. Maybe he will, but you know, maybe you go Gilliard or Sutton. I don't think he'd play Clayton so soon, but maybe he would. Maybe you would. Let me know in the comments down below. Chapman in the 10 with Walker's absence. Oliver up front over Andy Cook. It's a controversial one. Obviously, Cook's got the goals. Do we play better with Cook or Oliver? I think we play better with Oliver. But then, you know, do you drop your goal scorer? It's a tough call to make, and Cook obviously brings his own dynamics to the team, but I think Oliver holds the ball up better. He has more of a physical and aerial presence. I think he's better with the ball at his feet, which obviously Hughes tends to like, someone who you can play off. And you know, I think he's more precise in his passing and the way he gets the ball as well. You know, when Cook gets the ball, it seems to bounce off him a lot. So I think Oliver's more his type of player, and performances in the last few games, I think Oliver has been the better player. And on the wings, I'd go Neves on the left and Costello on the right. You know, just for the inverted wingers. But yeah, let me know your teams in the comments down below. I think it's a must-win game for us. You know, we've got to try and get some points on these teams in and around us. You know, we wanted automatics at the beginning of the season. I thought we'd probably get playoffs. But yeah, we need to pick up some results in these next 6 because we don't know what could happen at the end of these 6 games. But let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for City. Dennis will score for them. Oliver will get a goal, and maybe Costello after his poor debut. But his own debut, maybe he'll score get up by the cop. Let me know your score predictions in the comments down below, your team, and everything else you want to tell me. Have a good one.